I'm moist. I mean, I'm not moist. I mean, it's moist. Hello everybody, it's Ashley Richardson back with another video, and that's Miss Richardson to you if you are a student watching. And today we are making a decadent and moist butter and vanilla pound cake. Stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get started with the utensils that you'll need to bake this cake and the ingredients. I have my Cuisinart stand mixer. I love it, and I have it fitted with my whisk attachment. I will also be using my, I think this is a 15 cup capacity bundt pan, and here is my spatula that I'll use. So be putting my cake in there. I'll also be spraying my bundt pan with baking spray, and I already have my 2 tablespoons of flour set aside so that I can spray and flour my pan. I have 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of cake flour, and this is Swans down cake flour. In my cake flour, I also have a teaspoon, it's a half teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. 5 large cracked eggs, room temperature. A block of cream cheese, room temperature. And then 3 sticks of salted butter, also room temperature. And for my extracts, I'm going to use pure vanilla extract, almond extract, and then of course we'll put a little bit of Cream Bouquet. And I'm just going to flavor as I see fit. I'll use a teaspoon of Cream Bouquet. I'll probably end up using at least 3 or 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract and probably about 1 teaspoon of almond extract. So definitely make sure that you watch the video all the way through, just in case I change something, because sometimes while I'm cooking or baking, I have ideas and I like to change things. All right, so I'm gonna put on my gloves and we're going to get started mixing this cake. We will begin by putting the 3 sticks of butter with the cream cheese and the 3 cups of flour into the mixing bowl. And we're going to allow all of this to mix until it is light and fluffy. And I'll show you what light and fluffy looks like. So just in case this is your first scratch pound cake and you're not quite sure what your butter and sugar should look like before you begin adding your eggs, I will definitely show you what that looks like. I will allow the cream cheese and the butter to mix first, and then I will slowly add in my sugar and my extracts. And I forgot to say that I'm gonna do about a teaspoon of butter extract. Of course, it can't be a vanilla and butter pound cake if you don't have any butter extract. So, I mean, I guess technically it could because you got butter in the cake, but yes, my butter extract as well. And that is a teaspoon of that. I'm now gonna take some time to scrape down my bowl. You always wanna make sure that you do this while mixing because you want to get everything that's on the sides and at the bottom. And because I'm mixing with cream cheese, it never takes us that long to get to light and fluffy. This is what light and fluffy looks like, and it only took maybe about 2 or 3 minutes for me. If everything is room temperature, particularly the cream cheese, it mixes very, very quickly. I don't know if there's some emollients or whatever in the cream cheese that breaks the sugar down more quickly, but I don't hear any of the sugar. Everything is smooth. I have my stiff peaks. Now I'm ready to add my eggs in one at a time. And when you're adding your eggs, add them and only mix them until the yolk has disappeared. This process won't take long at all. And you can mix at a medium temperature. And if 2 slip in at the same time, that is perfectly all right. That seems to always happen to me on camera. My cakes always still turn out really, really good. I'm gonna turn the mixer up just for 3 or 4 seconds on high to make sure all of the yolk is well incorporated. I'm gonna scrape down the side of my bowl per usual. And this is what the batter is looking like now. It's not as stiff, of course, because we have added the eggs. And the final part of the process is to add in our 3 cups of cake flour. This is a really, really simple cake. I'm gonna add the cake flour in slowly into thirds. Make sure that you mix slowly, number 1, because you don't wanna overmix, and number 2, you don't want your flour to fly everywhere. And again, I have a half a teaspoon of salt in here and a full teaspoon of baking soda. So we'll let that mix slowly, and then we'll scrape down the side of our bowl. Notice how I didn't have that mixing long at all. Scrape down the side of the bowl. Honestly, I can still see some flour in it, and that's how I like it, because I will mix the last part with the spatula so that I don't overmix. Mix for a few seconds slowly. Scrape down the side of my bowl. And I'm gonna mix in the last portion of my flour. And that, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, is it. I'm gonna mix the rest by hand. I'm also gonna taste it. I know it tastes good, but I'm gonna lick my whisk here off camera And no, I'm not gonna double dip. I'm not gonna lick the whisk and then put it back in the batter. So please don't worry about that. And to me, there's nothing better than just a good old pound cake. Sometimes you don't want all the frills and all the razzle dazzle. Sometimes you just want some good old fashioned cake. And that's what I'm wanting today. So this is a thick batter, as you can see. It's not really a pourable consistency. Look at how slowly that's falling from the spatula. This is a thick batter. And so we will plop this into the pan instead of pouring into the what's this thing called? The bundt pan. I'm now going to spray my pan with the baking spray. Now the baking spray comes with flour in it. So most people just use the baking spray and they don't couple it with flour, but I just don't want any stickage, so. So I've coated all surface, and then I'm gonna take my, this is all-purpose flour. I'm gonna put a little of that in there. And I low-key, high-key enjoy flouring a pan. That's the rest of the flour there. And notice how I also put some around the tube. All right. So I have completely sprayed and floured my pan. Now we're gonna put the cake into the pan. And like I said, this is such a thick batter. I'm going to scoop instead of pour. And of course, we don't want to leave batter behind. We want to get as much of this as possible. We all know how much groceries cost. Fortunately, eggs have come down some, thank God, from whom all blessings flow. Okay, so that is about as clean as I'm gonna get this pan, this mixing bowl, and I'm gonna get a knife and scrape off the rest of this and then tap out the air bubbles, and we'll be ready to put this baby in the oven. I have set my oven to 315 degrees, if I didn't say that already. And this cake will take no less than a full hour and 30 minutes to bake. I just like to bake mine long and slow, just to make sure that it fully gets baked on the inside and we have a nice golden brown. So 315 degrees for an hour and 30 minutes. And then I will show you what it looks like after it's done. The cake is out of the oven and it baked for about an hour and 25 minutes. So that's what it's looking like. It smells so, so good. I'm gonna use my fork to test it to make sure that it's baked all the way through. I know that it is, but just to show you for camera purposes, for those of you who may not baked a cake before, I don't have a skewer, I don't have a toothpick, I just use a fork. So, oh, you hear how light and fluffy that is? Completely clean. It's actually like going through clouds or something. Have I ever stuck a fork through a cloud before? No. But if I did, I would imagine this is what it would feel like. So this is completely done. We have baked it. And if you know me, you know I'm gonna cover it up. I don't like my food sitting out loud. So we're gonna cover that and let it cool completely or close to completely. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Then we'll come back and glaze the cake and cut into it. The cake has cooled completely. Now it is time for us to flip her out of the bundt pan. Ah, and that's the sound that you want to hear. Ooh la la, pretty clean. It's nice and brown and pretty. No sticking. I say we have us a successful bake. I'm now going to take some powdered sugar and some milk and a few extracts and make a glaze for the cake. Slide that out of the way. And I'll do about 2 cups of powdered sugar. Let's do a little bit more. It's more like 1.5 cups. Okay, yeah. That's looking more like 2 cups. I'm going to add some extracts to this as well. The same extracts that I added to the cake will go in the glaze. So I'm gonna do a little bit of Cream Bouquet. Teaspoon of that. I'll do some vanilla extract. Be a little heavy-handed with the vanilla extract. Just a hint of almond extract. And some butter extract. And I have some milk here that we will just add a little at a time. It's very important to remember to add your liquid slowly because once it's in, you can't take it out. In order for you to thicken it, you'll have to add more powdered sugar. So you just add your liquids in just a little at a time. Yeah, I can already tell we're gonna need more. Okay, and as you can see, it's already starting to thin out. It doesn't take a lot of liquid to thin it out. You don't need a mixer for this. You can just really do this with your hand and it comes out super smooth, super simple. And see how smooth that is? And you saw me mix that in real time. I think I want it just a little bit thinner, just a little bit. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Now we're ready to glaze the cake. Can y'all remind me that I need some cake batter extract and I need some more powdered sugar. I'm running low. Okay. If y'all have been watching my videos long enough by now, you know this glazing process is my absolute favorite part. Favorite part. And there we have it. Isn't that pretty, y'all? Look at that. That's so pretty. A vanilla and butter pound cake with a thin vanilla glaze. Y'all, it's been a long periodically a time later.
We have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time.
You see I got on my hoops. That's because I went and got me something to eat and I keep me some hoops downstairs. But I wanted to give you just another look at the cake so that you can see the sides. I showed you the top view. I just wanted you to see the sides. Okay? And get a cute little thumbnail. Now let's cut the cake. Y'all, I've backslidden. I'm back to styrofoam and plastic. The kitchen's all nice and clean and everything's put away. I didn't want to get out any more dishes, okay? So let's dig in. Oh, wow. So moist. Oh wow, look at that. Can y'all see? Nope. Now, you can't tell me that doesn't look moist and delicious. Look at that. I mean, cause you're lying if you say it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you just telling, as people say, a bald-faced lie. Okay? Y'all know that looks moist. Moist. Call the response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist.
I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am.
Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. That's what the cake is saying. I'm moist. Look at that. Look on the inside. Isn't that pretty? And I'll show y'all another angle. Okay, look. Baby, that's a pound cake. Now there's a hunk that's left in here. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my plate. Okay, so looking at my Gucci, that's not on my wrist. It's about that time. Okay, I'm so excited. I've been craving cake and it's been a while, periodically a time, really, a long periodically a time.
We have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time.
Since I've done like a cake, I've done dump cakes and all kinds of things, but just a good old-fashioned pound cake. It's been a while since I've done that. Lord Jesus, please bless this cake I'm about to receive. In your name I do pray, amen. Ooh, the crust is crusting. Ooh, thank you. Hadn't even tasted it yet. Ooh-wee. I'm moist. I mean, I'm not moist. I mean, it's moist. Y'all, this is what I wanted. Oh my goodness. Just a good old fashioned pound cake. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. Y'all, look at that texture. Look how the fork just, y'all. Give me a moment. I kind of really don't even have to chew. You know when something is so moist, you just move it around in your mouth a little bit and it's just gone. Like, you know, when you go to Krispy Kreme and the hot sign is on and you get a donut, you really don't have to chew a hot Krispy Kreme donut. That's what my cake is giving. It's giving, I don't need teeth. Get yourself together. It's giving, I don't need teeth. That's how moist it is. Y'all, follow this recipe to the letter. Your cake is gonna turn out perfectly delicious. Y'all have got to try this. Okay, so before I clown anymore and say anything that's gonna get me in trouble, let me get off this camera. We have come to the end of another video. Thank you so much for spending just a little bit of your time here with me today. If you have made it to this portion of the video, please hit the like button. Definitely leave a comment down in the comment section. Like I said, like the video, share it. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely please consider subscribing. If you keep coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back, you keep going back, forth and forth like Aaliyah, you might as well just go ahead and subscribe. Back, forth and forth. Mimi, is that my note? That was not my note. Anyway, I said I was getting off this camera because I'm clowning. If you keep coming back to the camera, if you keep coming back to the videos like Aaliyah, back, forth and forth, you might as well hit the subscribe button, okay? Like I said, leave a comment. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Once again, my name is Ashley Richardson, and that's Miss Richardson to you if you are a student watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Bye.